Hey yo, my little weirdos. I'm aware it has been kind of a weird time frame here, and I've not been uploading the way that I wanted to. Um, so let's dive into that a little bit. As you guys probably can tell, I'm not good at vlogging. I don't do enough to really vlog. I mostly just consistently Uber and go to work, and then Fridays and Saturdays when I'm off work, I consistently do Uber on Fridays or um, have like time with B on Saturdays. But even then, like, I'm not doing a whole lot. Like, sure, I'm chilling out with B, but like, what is there to see? We went to the park, awesome, and we did. Yesterday was President's Day, and we went to the park because I had a day off, and so we went to the park and had a great time, and that was basically it. That was my day. Um, but more forward. Um, so I don't really know if we're gonna keep up with the vlog thing. I mean, maybe if I'm doing something exciting, I'll bring you along, but really, I don't think it's that conducive for this channel, at least for now. Maybe if I'm doing stuff or going places. I even went to the store like this weekend and was like, I'm still not really doing anything. Like, we went to Target and got a few things, but really it wasn't like, I'm going to Target. Like, no. Anyway, um, but let's move past all that. The other week, I went to see the Beekeeper with my dad and my brothers. And for anybody watching this that does not know what that is, because I am one of those people. I had no idea what it was until I looked it up. Basically, it's a standard Jason Statham action movie. He's Jason Statham. No. So basically, I guess spoilers for the Beekeeper. Hold. Anyway, so like I was saying, it's basically your standard Jason Statham film. He was a... Sorry, it was driving me crazy that you were just getting all my chin and nothing else. Anyway, so basically he was a member of the government, like an agent, and left that for a life of beekeeping. Ooh, yay. Also, spoiler alert, but it's been out for a while, and I heard it really got terrible reviews anyway, so, but yeah, so, mm-hmm. So, he was known as a beekeeper. That's what it was like a special force, essentially like special forces for the US, like, but that wasn't their name. Their names were beekeepers, and they weren't on any of the books. Like, FBI didn't know about them, like, nobody knew about them. But they were basically the people that were willing to break the law to keep the law, if you get what I'm saying. And so that was Jason Statham. And he, I won't lie to you. This movie, not that convoluted, not that complicated, nothing like that. It was your typical run-of-the-mill Jason Statham film. He's gonna beat up 55,000 bad guys without getting a single scratch on him. And there's not like anything overly complex. That being said, was the movie overall pretty okay? Yeah, it was, honestly. I went into it expecting a bad film, and I can say about 90% of the movie that had Jason Statham in it was pretty decent. That being said, for the pieces that weren't so much Jason Statham and everybody else in the cast, not the best. Um, but that being said, there were great action sequences. It's very gory if you're into that kind of thing. And, Jason Statham was Jason Statham. That being said, overall, I'd probably give the movie maybe a 7 out of 10. Would I watch it again? Maybe. If I was like feeling up for just some like grit and man, like, or something like that. But really, it's not my kind of movie to begin with. I'm not super into like, ooh, kick butt, kung fu, like, I mean, obviously, kung fu isn't the right word, but like, you know what I mean. Government trained officials just beating the crap out of each other. Not for me. Um, but yeah, like I said, Jason Statham in that movie was awesome. Josh Hutcherson was also in the movie, and while, yes, Josh Hutcherson is a handsome man, that's basically all he brought to the table. Like, I don't know how to say this, was just lacking. Like, there was so much that I felt like he could have done better. Like, he was just a bad guy. Like, but like a lazy bad guy, and I don't feel that. I don't like that. I don't like laziness in my bad guys. Like, he had a lot of goons who so basically what ends up happening is Jason Statham, whose character I can't even remember the name of, like, at all, um, is living out of this woman's, like, basically she has a farmhouse and she's all alone. She's an old lady. She's all alone. And basically he lives out of her farmhouse and she's very kind to him. He appreciates her and says she's the only person that has ever taken care of him his whole life. And the basically is his sentimental, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm connected to this woman. Fast forward just a little bit and she dies. And Jason Statham basically is like, I'm gonna find the people that hurt your mom, that made her come to this. So Jason Statham does what Jason Statham does does best, and goes and hunts them down. He ends up killing a bunch of people, hurting a bunch of people, doing all kinds of stuff, blowing up houses, blowing up facilities, doing all kinds of stuff, and still remains a ghost for about 55% of the movie. Once they ultimately are like, okay, you know what? It has to be this guy that was in your mom's house, right? Like, it has to be this guy doing the deed. And then they start chasing him because they're officers of the law. He can't be doing this. Well, turns out he can do whatever he wants because he's Jason Statham. And so, basically, it all leads up to him finding Josh Hutcherson, the main villain, and, his mom ends up being president, and she's like, what did you do? And he's like, I did what I had to. And I believe this is the only portion of the movie where I'm like, you know what? You finally got some gall. You finally have it. Too bad you sucked the entire rest of the film. The entire rest, all of it. You were trash. But then you get to the last 20 minutes of the movie and you're like, I did what I had to do. This is this and that and that. And like, okay. But now you're gonna die. You're being hunted. And you've put your mom on the chopping block because she didn't even know what was going on. Which, honestly, oblivious mom at this point. But, still. Long story short, Jason Statham gets away in the end. Are we surprised? No. And that's that. The movie ends. Yippee-ki-yay, I know that's Bruce Willis, but, you get it. And that's that. Overall, like I said, I'm actually degrading it, downgrading. I'd give it about a 6 out of 10. But I watch it again, only if I'm in the mood for like a cheesy, kind of not great time. I mean, it wasn't a bad time. The movie, again, was far better than I thought it was going to be. Mostly because I don't love those kind of movies. And I just figured it was going to be kind of how it was. But there were a couple of things that were amped up enough to provide me with a semi-decent time. Overall, would I recommend watching it? Probably not. I mean, you can find a million other things to watch without having to endure the experience of half of those people's acting and honestly very annoying personalities. I could not stand half of the cast. And really, I wanted to do half of the things that Jason Statham did to most of them. Outside of murder, I don't do that. But did I also want to punch that kid in the throat? Yes. Was he a kid? No, that was bad wording. But did I also want to punch him? Yes. Did I think he got what he deserved? Also, yes. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. If you saw The Beekeeper, let me know down below. What did you think of it? Do you want to see the Beekeeper movie? What do you think? I mean, honestly, did I want to watch about, like, a solid half hour of Jason Statham playing with bees? Also, no. But yeah, if you saw the movie, let me know what you think down below. Did you want to see this movie? Let me know down below. Should I do other movie reviews? I don't think I'm very good at them, but honestly, I'm kind of into it. Like, I think it's kind of fun to be like, hold up, wait a minute, should you watch this movie? No. Or maybe, hold up, wait a minute, should I watch this movie? Yeah! But yeah, so let me know. Overall, do I think you should watch that movie? I'm gonna stick with a no. Unless that's your cup of tea and you want to. Again, most of Jason Statham's parts weren't trash, so there's that to look forward to. Alright, well, if you liked the video, give it a like. And like I said, comment down below either things you want to see, or if you saw the movie, what were your thoughts on the movie? You can subscribe if you want to. And overall, thank you for your support. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!